Hi guys, welcome back to the Drive Life channel, and you've joined me on a very snowy day. As you can see, everything is completely snowy. It's only 4 weeks late for Christmas, but you know, well 3, I can't even do the maths. But I thought I'd be mad and come out and make a video on the S80. As you know, I've had it for a year now, and I thought I'd talk about all the things I've had to fix and what I still haven't got round to doing yet. So yeah, let's get into it. So when I first bought the car, 21st of January 2020, it did have a few issues, let's be honest. It was the cheapest one in the country, and I bought it for £1,500. And it did have, yeah, a few bits and pieces that needed doing. Now, the first big thing that I did was replace the rear shock absorber. That was £550, but I was able to replace that myself. One of those fancy self-leveling air suspension Nivermat things that on this model of S80 there's no other replacement other than from Volvo. So yeah, that was an expense, and it was hard. It's a hard pill to swallow, but it really did transform the way that the car drove and handled. So it was definitely something that needed doing. The next thing was the front bumper, and for those of you who don't remember, or perhaps didn't see it, you hear the snow crunching underneath my feet. The front bumper had obviously had quite a significant impact. There was a big crack up here. Basically, this bottom lip was pushed up sort of level where the bottom of the plate is. There was a large crack in this part of the bumper there as well. The windscreen washers, the headlight washers were all broken. This bottom fog light was all broken, and perhaps the most distressing part of it all was the fact that this Volvo badge was missing. Now this wasn't anything to do with that, because it's very common on these age of Volvos, but it did need fixing. A lot of you guys commented saying it was pretty untidy. So again, I sourced my own bumper. It was sort of a aligning of the stars really, in terms of the when the bumper arrived. I just happened to look on eBay that day, and it had been listed that day. It was in exactly the same colour for a Volvo S80 Design Premium, so it really couldn't have been more perfect. The only difference is the fact that it had the the half grille. The bottom half was blanked in because it was a D3 rather than a D5. So I transplanted the grille from this bumper, sold that on, and put my old grille in, replaced the Volvo badge, and yeah, it looks so much better. Another major thing I had to have done was the windscreen, and that was quite a recent thing. Fortunately, I did it before all of this snow, so I didn't have a soaking wet car inside, because what happens is the snow gets into the top of the windscreen. I'll show you. Oh, that's cold. It was quite deep, isn't it? So it would get in and sit in this seal, and then when the water sits in the seal, the water would then seep down into the car, and as you can see, it's not going to do that. It's quite thick actually, this snow, isn't it? So yeah, that was something that I really needed to get done sooner rather than that to me, in my mind, was going to write off the car in terms of the damage that the water could have caused. So I'm so glad I managed to get that done. There was a bit of palaver getting it done, and I'm going to make a separate video sort of talking about the best way to get it done. But as a whole, yeah, it was a really good thing to get fixed, a really important thing to get fixed. Unfortunately, that has come just in time, a few weeks before all of this snow. Next things, I've had to have the front tyres replaced. They were pretty awful, to be honest, and one of them started to fail on the motorway, so I had those replaced with Michelin cross climates. Again, perfect for the snowy weather. So I'm glad I had that done. I had to fix this headlight. I did this pretty much 2 weeks after I got it, because they're obviously the adjustable headlights, and the mechanism that adjusted them, there's like a little screwed thing attached to an electric motor, and it had come broken away. So this headlight was then pointing down, and you had like a patch of light there that didn't light up the road. So that was a really easy fix actually. It was it was something I just sort of made up on the spot. I removed the headlight, put a dab of super glue in, I just held it, and it stayed. It's done over 13,000 miles like that, so that's definitely a bonus. I'm just trying to think what else we've replaced. We've replaced the headlight washer module and the windscreen washer module. The headlight washer module's now stopped working again, but I'll talk about that in a bit. The windscreen washers now all work though, which is a requirement for the MOT, which is why I had it done. And to be honest, I think that's all it's had. It's had a new battery as well, which was £95, but in the grand scheme of things, it's not too much. So in total, I think I've probably spent nearly the same as the price of the car again, taking the total cost of the car up to £3,000. But I think personally that is a fantastic deal. I've obviously done all the maintenance on the car as well, so I've done oil changes, we've done coolant changes. I'm going to do a transmission fluid change as well, because I think it's important to get that done. But yeah, it's been well looked after, definitely, and it hasn't really cost me that much to get stuff fixed. So yeah, let's take a look now at what I still want to get sorted. So as I mentioned earlier, the headlight washer module's now stopped working again, and that's something I really want to fix because it is irritating me. So I'm going to get that sorted. A lot of this is depending on budget and finances and everything, but obviously with the new year and everything, we should be able to sort things out financially, which would be nice, and get all this stuff done. Wheels, I'm not sure what I want to do with the wheels. I might replace them, or I might restore them. I've got the stuff to restore them, but as you can see, they're pretty rank. They're sort of flaking, and yeah, they've seen better days, but there's actually, I think anyway, a bit of a charm in that, the fact that you don't have to worry about them. What I quite like about this car, because it's cost me very little, I don't mind where I park it. I'm quite happy to park it in a car park next to 4x4s, etc. And it doesn't stress me out too much. And it's sort of the car that in this weather we would take the Volvo over the Mercedes or the X3, or just because it's not disposable, but it's a better built. It's just a tank that I don't have to worry about. So yeah, it's just a lovely car. So the wheels, yeah, I'm debating whether to replace them entirely or get them sorted. Then got the passenger side mirror. Now this is something that's quite common on these cars, and what happens is the motor in it goes, or you get issues with the motor, and this one doesn't fold in. Driver's side is no problem at all, passenger side doesn't fold in, so I'm going to take that apart and sort it out. It's just not really been something that is an issue. I've turned the automatic folding off inside the car, so when I drive the car or unlock the car, they don't automatically do that, which helps, but obviously I just want it working. It's just nice to have, so yeah, I'll get that sorted. In terms of, this is stuff you can't see now really, underneath the car, the skid plate, or the under tray of the front bumper is broken, because I didn't replace that with the bumper. It didn't come as part of the bumper pack, so I want to try and get a XC70 plate, a big sort of steel skid plate that would protect the car a little better. Like I said, I do treat this car fairly robustly. It does go over fields and down dirt tracks and things like that. It copes with it brilliantly, but my only concern is with that just a plastic tray. I am very mindful of it, so that would be a nice thing to get done. And then we'll go inside the car now. I'll have to just de-snow it first. I don't want a load of snow in the car, if I can help it, because it's already got damp issues from when it didn't have a decent windscreen. So, oh look, I don't even know how I've managed that. Yeah, oh, it's dark in here, isn't it? So my plan is new mats. I've chucked these old mats in. They were the old BMW mats that I had. going to try and do something with this RTI system. Now, what I want to do, and what I believe you can do, is get Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. So I'm an Android Auto man myself, so I'll try and get that in. But that's more of a DIY, as and when I can project rather than anything. So that's something to watch out for on the channel. Oh, I've just noticed my buds are in here. I've been looking for them. Next, the actual driver compartment is absolutely fine. The driver's seat is perfect. Now I do have something I want to replace in the rear, and that is going to be the rear seats, which are covered in stuff at the moment. But these rear seats, I don't know what the previous owner did to them, but they were covered in dog hairs. They've been slightly sort of abused. It's just this rear bench. The actual backrests, as you can see, are fairly good. It's just the rear bench has seen better days, so I want to get that redone at some point. Whether it be getting a new one, because obviously it'll be the same for the V70, so there should be a really decent availability of parts there. But yeah, apart from that, there's not much else I really want to do to this car. I want to try and get some roof racks and bits and pieces, and just sort of use and abuse it a bit more, really. Put her through her paces and see what she can do, what she can put up with. But in terms of things that need fixing, it's doing well. No doubt this year it will throw out more things that need fixing. I've actually missed quite a big one. So on the MOT, the other shock absorber was advised that it was leaking. It might need replacing by the next one, which is annoying, expensive, but you know, it's all part of the cost. It's the cost of owning a car. So yeah, that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what stuff you've had to do on your Volvo, or what you're planning to do over the next year. Be interesting to know that. But yeah, from me and the rest of the Drive Life team, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and yeah, go and enjoy the snow. Cheers.